The Galactic Council Hall was one of the largest structures ever built. Its ceiling was so high that clouds floated near the top. Golden lights reflected from metal walls made of unknown alien materials. Every powerful race in the galaxy had a seat in this hall. On this day, the hall was full. At the center stood a young alien princess. She was only 19 years old, but her presence filled the room. Her crown shimmered with ancient energy. Her dark royal dress showed symbols of her powerful bloodline. She belonged to a race that ruled many star systems. Her name was Princess Elira. She looked calm. She looked proud. She believed she was superior. Across the hall, standing alone, was a human. He wore no crown, no shining armor, no symbols of power, just a simple uniform. His name was Ethan Cole, the human representative to the Galactic Council. The council meeting was about alliances, new borders, power balance in the galaxy. When it was time for humans to speak, a quiet sound of laughter spread through the hall. Princess Elira stepped forward. She looked directly at the human. Her lips curved into a cold smile. "Humans," she said loudly, her voice clear and sharp. A weak race from a small blue planet. The hall grew silent. Ethan stood still. His face showed no anger, no fear. The princess continued. "They travel the stars with borrowed technology," she said. "They survive only because stronger races allow them to." Some alien nobles nodded. Others smiled. Elira raised her chin. "And now," she said, "they want respect." A soft laugh escaped her lips. "Tell me, human," she asked, "what do you offer this council?" All eyes turned to Ethan. He could feel their judgment, their doubt, their disrespect. But he did not speak. The silence stretched. The princess frowned. "Can humans not even answer?" she asked. More laughter filled the hall. Then Ethan slowly looked up. His eyes were calm. Too calm. "I speak for my people," he said softly. The hall leaned in. "And my people do not beg," he continued. The princess's smile faded slightly. She stepped closer. "You stand among giants," she said. "You should remember your place." Ethan looked at her. For a moment, something passed between them. Something the princess did not understand. Then Ethan did something no one expected. He turned around, and he walked away. No words, no anger, no threat, just silence. Gasps echoed through the hall. The princess froze. "Stop," she ordered. Ethan did not stop. "He dares to turn his back on me," she said, her voice rising. Guards moved forward, but the council leader raised his hand. "Let him go," the leader said. "Princess Elira, clench your fists." "Let him leave," she said sharply. "He is nothing." Ethan disappeared through the massive doors. The hall slowly returned to noise. The princess laughed again. "Humans are cowards," she said. "They run when faced with truth." Many agreed, but not all. Far away, inside a quiet human ship, Ethan sat alone. He stared at a small hologram of Earth. His face showed no sadness, only focus. He opened a secure channel. "This is Ethan Cole," he said. The connection linked directly to Earth Command. "They insulted us," he said calmly. "They believe we are weak." A pause. Then a voice replied, "What is your assessment?" Ethan looked at the stars outside the window. "They made a mistake," he said. Another pause. "How serious?" the voice asked. Ethan closed his eyes. "Galactic level," he answered. The channel closed. Back at the council hall, Princess Elira enjoyed the attention. She believed she had won. She believed humans would retreat. She did not know that silence was the most dangerous response of all, because humans did not shout. They did not threaten. They prepared. And far beyond alien sensors, deep in dark space, something ancient began to move. Unnoticed, unseen, the galaxy continued its normal life. For now. But the echo of that insult had already crossed the stars. And soon, the galaxy would learn what humans did next. The doors of the Galactic Council Hall closed behind Ethan Cole. The sound echoed for a long moment. Inside the hall, Princess Elira stood still. No one spoke. Then she laughed. A sharp, confident laugh. "Did you see that?" she said loudly. The human ran away. Several nobles nodded in agreement. "A weak race always flees," one alien lord said. The council leader remained silent, watching the massive doors. Princess Illyra returned to her seat. She felt proud. In her mind, the matter was finished. Humans were insignificant. The council moved on to other topics. Trade routes, border disputes, minor wars. Humans were no longer mentioned. But far from the council hall, silence spread through human space. Ethan Cole arrived at Earth Command Station 6 hours later. The station floated above Earth like a silver guardian. Inside, the atmosphere was calm. Too calm. Ethan walked through long corridors. Officers stopped and saluted. They did not ask questions. They already knew something had changed. He entered a secured room. Around a large table stood human leaders, military commanders, scientists, strategists. No one spoke until Ethan sat down. "They mocked us," he said calmly. "No emotion, just facts." A hologram of the council hall appeared. Princess Illyra's image hovered in the air. Her words played again. The insult, the laughter. Silence followed. Then a general spoke. "Expected," he said. A scientist nodded. "They always underestimate us." Ethan looked at the table. "What is our response?" a commander asked. Ethan paused. "We do nothing," he said. The room reacted. "Nothing," someone repeated. "Yes," Ethan replied. "We stay quiet." The leaders exchanged looks. Silence again. Then the oldest commander smiled. "They will think we are afraid," he said. Ethan nodded. "Exactly." Days passed. Across the galaxy, news spread. The human left the council, Alien said. He could not handle the truth. Princess Illyra heard the rumors. She enjoyed them in her palace. She spoke to her advisors. "Humans are finished," she said. "They will crawl back soon." An advisor hesitated. "Princess," he said carefully, "humans are known for patience." She waved her hand. "Patience is weakness," she replied. She ordered new restrictions on human trade. Human ships were delayed, inspected, mocked. Still, humans did not respond. No protests, no threats, nothing. Weeks passed. Alien sensors detected no movement, no fleets, no weapons. Princess Illyra felt confident. "See," she said, "they accepted their place." But deep in space, far beyond alien detection, humans were not idle. Hidden shipyards activated. Ancient human technology awakened. Not loud, not visible, just precise. Human engineers worked in silence. Strategists calculated probabilities. No emotion, only preparation. Ethan stood in a dark command room. A massive star map floated before him. "Status," he asked. "All units ready," a voice replied. "No casualties expected," another added. Ethan nodded. "Proceed," he said. Back in alien space, something strange happened. Communication delays increased. Navigation systems glitched. Small things. Ignored. Princess Illyra dismissed the reports. "Technical errors," she said. But one night, she received a message. A single transmission from a human source. No threat, no demand, just words. "We are done waiting." Her heart skipped. She contacted the council. But before they could respond, alarms sounded. Not weapons, not explosions. Systems shut down. Entire alien fleets went dark. Power failed. Navigation lost. Princess Illyra stared at the screens. "How?" she whispered. No ships were seen. No attack was detected. And yet her empire was blind. In the council hall, panic spread. "What is happening?" Nobles shouted. The council leader looked grim. "Humans," he said quietly. Princess Illyra felt fear for the first time. "Impossible," she said. "They are weak." A new image appeared in the center of the hall. Ethan Cole, calm, silent. "We warned you," he said. His voice was steady. "This is not an attack," he continued. "This is a demonstration." Princess Illyra opened her mouth. No words came out. Ethan looked directly at her. "You mocked us," he said. We answered with restraint. The image faded. Systems slowly returned. But the message was clear. Humans had power. They simply chose not to show it. The galaxy watched in silence. And Princess Elira realized something terrifying. The human had not walked away in weakness. He had walked away to prepare. And this was only the beginning. Galactic Council Hall had never been this quiet. Moments ago, the image of Ethan Cole had vanished. The systems were back online. Lights returned. Screens flickered to life. But something had changed. Fear. Alien leaders looked at each other. No one spoke. Princess Elira stood frozen. Her hands trembled slightly. She tried to hide it. "This is a trick," she finally said. "A simple human illusion." But her voice lacked confidence. The council leader rose slowly. "That was no illusion," he said. "Our fleets were disabled without damage." Murmurs spread across the hall. "That is impossible," an alien general argued. "No weapons were detected." The council leader nodded. "That is what makes it dangerous." Princess Elira clenched her jaw. "Humans are bluffing," she said. "They want fear to replace force." She turned away, refusing to show doubt. But deep inside, fear grew. Across the galaxy, the event spread fast. World after world received the same report. Human technology had bypassed the strongest defenses without firing a single shot. On Earth, human leaders watched silently. Ethan Cole stood before the star map. "We have their attention now," a commander said. "Yes," Ethan replied. "But attention is not respect." "What is the next step?" another asked. Ethan paused. "We give them a choice." Back in alien territory, Princess Elira received an urgent message. Human envoy requested another council session. She laughed nervously. "They dare return?" she said. The council leader looked at her. "They did not ask," he replied. "They informed us." The next day, the hall filled again. More guards, more tension. When Ethan entered, no one laughed. He walked calmly to the center. Princess Elira watched him. Her pride demanded strength. Her instincts screamed caution. "You return quickly," she said coldly. "Have you come to apologize?" Ethan looked at her. "No," he said simply. A quiet shock moved through the hall. "I came to explain," he continued. Princess Elira crossed her arms. "Explain what?" she demanded. Ethan raised his hand. A hologram appeared. Human fleets. Positions. Routes. But they were not near alien worlds. They were everywhere. Hidden. Watching. "This galaxy believes power is noise," Ethan said. "Large fleets. Loud weapons. Fear." He looked around. Humans learned something different. Princess Elira narrowed her eyes. "And what is that?" she asked. "Control," Ethan replied. The hologram shifted. Alien supply lines appeared. Energy networks. Communication hubs. "All connected," Ethan said. "And all vulnerable." The council leader swallowed. "You could collapse us," he said. Ethan nodded. "Yes." Princess Elira stepped forward. "Then why haven't you?" she asked sharply. Ethan turned to her. "Because destruction is easy," he said. "Restraint is harder." The words hit her like a blade. "You insulted us," Ethan continued. "You saw silence as weakness." He paused. "That was your mistake." The hall remained silent. Ethan lowered his hand. "We want peace," he said. "True peace." "And if we refuse?" an alien lord asked. Ethan looked at him calmly. "Then you will learn," he said, "why humans survive their own wars." Princess Elira felt her chest tighten. For the first time, she saw humans clearly. Not weak, not small, dangerously patient. She took a breath. "What do you want?" she asked. Ethan looked directly at her. "Respect," he said, "and equal standing." The council leader nodded slowly. "That can be arranged," he said. Princess Elira hesitated. Her pride screamed no, but her mind knew better. She stepped forward. "You embarrass me," she said to Ethan. He met her gaze. "No," he replied calmly. You embarrass yourself. The words cut deep, but they were true. Princess Illyra lowered her head slightly, not in submission, in understanding. The galaxy watched. The meeting ended without conflict, but something new had begun. Human ships remained hidden. Human systems stayed active, watching, waiting. Princess Illyra returned to her palace. She stood alone by a window. Stars stretched endlessly before her. She whispered to herself, "We were wrong." Far away, Ethan Cole looked at Earth once more. "This is not over," a commander said. Ethan nodded. "No," he replied. This was a warning. Beyond the edge of known space, unknown forces listened. And when they learned what humans had done without violence, they began to pay attention. Because the galaxy now understood one truth. Human silence was not weakness. It was preparation. And the next move would change everything. The galaxy did not sleep after the council meeting. News traveled fast. Humans were no longer ignored. They were feared. Across many star systems, alien fleets stayed on high alert. Defensive shields remained active. Commanders waited for orders that never came. Humans did nothing. That silence returned. But this time, it scared everyone. Princess Illyra stood in her palace chamber, staring at the stars. Her thoughts were heavy. She remembered Ethan's calm voice, his steady eyes. He had power, yet he chose restraint. That thought troubled her more than any weapon. Suddenly, alarms echoed through the palace. Red lights flashed. An officer rushed in. "Princess," he said urgently. "Unknown object detected at the edge of the sector." Illyra turned sharply. "Human ships?" she asked. "No," the officer replied. "Not human. Not alien. Unknown." The council was called immediately. Within minutes, leaders appeared in the Galactic Hall. Fear was visible on every face. The council leader spoke. "These objects are massive," he said. "They are moving slowly, deliberately." Illyra clenched her fists. "Where are they from?" she demanded. "No origin detected," the leader replied. A new hologram appeared. Dark shapes filled the image. Not ships. Something else. Living structures. "This is impossible," an alien general whispered. Before panic could spread further, another signal appeared. Human signature. Ethan Cole. His image filled the hall. "We see them too," he said calmly. Princess Illyra felt a strange sense of relief. "You know what they are?" she asked. Ethan nodded. "Yes," he replied. "They are called the Voidborn." The name alone chilled the room. "They exist outside known space," Ethan continued. "They watch. They wait." "And now?" the council leader asked. "They are moving," Ethan said, "toward us." Illyra stepped forward. "Why now?" she asked. Ethan looked at her. "Because you revealed weakness," he said, "and because humans revealed strength." Silence followed. "They test civilizations," Ethan continued. "They attack when unity breaks." Fear spread. "What do they want?" an alien lord asked. "Consumption," Ethan replied. "They absorb energy, worlds, lives." Illyra swallowed hard. "Can they be stopped?" she asked quietly. Ethan paused. "Yes," he said, "but not alone." The council leader nodded. "We need an alliance," he said. Princess Illyra looked at Ethan, at the human she once mocked. She took a step forward. "Humans," she said carefully, "will you stand with us?" Ethan met her gaze. "We already are," he replied. Human fleets began to move. For the first time, they did not hide. They emerged from shadows across the galaxy. Silent, precise. Alien commanders watched in shock. Human ships were not large, but they were perfectly positioned. "We studied the Voidborn long ago," Ethan said. "We survived them once." Illyra's eyes widened. "You fought them before?" she asked. Ethan nodded. "And nearly lost everything." The Voidborn moved closer. Entire star systems went dark. Planets vanished without explosions. Just silence. Illyra felt fear like never before. "Tell us what to do," she said. Ethan's voice remained calm. "We do not fight them with force," he said. We fight them with strategy. Human ships began to form patterns. Alien fleets followed human commands. Something incredible happened. The Voidborn slowed. Their movement changed. They are confused, a scientist reported. Ethan nodded. They cannot understand sacrifice, he said. Human ships moved into dangerous positions, blocking paths, buying time. Alien commanders stared. They are risking everything, one whispered. Princess Illyra felt her chest tighten. Why would they do that for us? She asked. Ethan answered softly. Because that is what humans do. The first battle was coming. The galaxy held its breath. As void-born shadows covered the stars, Ethan spoke one final command. Hold formation, he said, no matter the cost. Princess Illyra watched in silence. The human who once walked away had now stepped forward, and the fate of the galaxy rested on what happened next. The stars trembled as the Voidborn moved closer. Their massive forms blocked the light of entire systems. Where they passed, silence followed. Human and alien fleets held formation. No one spoke. Every commander waited. Princess Illyra stood in the command chamber of the Galactic Hall. Her hands were cold. She watched human ships move into the front line. They were closer to the Voidborn than anyone else. Why are humans in the lead? An alien general asked nervously. Before anyone could answer, Ethan Cole's voice filled the room. Because we understand them, he said calmly. Illyra turned toward the screen. You are putting your ships in danger, she said. You will lose them. Ethan nodded once. Yes, he replied. We know. The word struck her harder than fear. You accept loss so easily? She asked. Ethan looked at her. No, he said softly. We accept responsibility. The Voidborn reacted. Dark energy waves spread through space. Several alien ships lost power instantly. Panic erupted. Shields failing. Systems offline. Human ships did not move. They absorbed the first strike. One human ship vanished. Then another. Illyra's breath caught. They are dying, she whispered. Ethan did not look away. They knew the risk, he said. The Voidborn slowed. Their formation changed. They are focused on humans, a scientist reported. They see us as a threat, Ethan replied. Human fleets began a controlled retreat, drawing the Voidborn away from populated systems. Alien commanders stared in disbelief. They are protecting us, one whispered. Illyra felt something break inside her. All her life, she believed strength meant dominance. Now she saw strength meant sacrifice. Another human ship was lost. Then another. Ethan closed his eyes briefly. Phase 2, he ordered. Human ships activated a new system. Not a weapon. A signal. Energy patterns spread across space. The Voidborn reacted violently. They are destabilizing, a scientist shouted. They feed on fear and chaos, Ethan explained. We deny them both. The Voidborn began to collapse inward, but it was not over. A massive Voidborn entity moved forward, larger than the rest. Older, stronger. Alarm screamed. This one is different, the council leader said. It is the core, Ethan replied. And if it reaches the inner systems? Illyra asked. Ethan met her eyes. Everything ends. Silence filled the chamber. Then Illyra stepped forward. What can we do? She asked. Ethan hesitated. There is one option, he said, but it requires a sacrifice. Illyra's heart pounded. What kind of sacrifice? Ethan took a breath. A distraction strong enough to draw the core away, he said. One fleet, no retreat. Alien commanders looked away. They knew what that meant. Illyra understood too. She straightened her back. My fleet will do it, she said. Every head turned. You are the princess, an advisor protested. You cannot. I can, she interrupted. She looked at Ethan. I mocked you, she said quietly. I misjudged your people. Ethan said nothing. This is my responsibility, she continued. Let me repay the debt. Ethan studied her. For the first time, he saw not pride, but resolve. Very well, he said. Illyra returned to her command ship as her fleet moved forward. Fear washed over her, but she did not turn back. Her ships advanced toward the void-born core. The enemy reacted immediately. Energy surged. Alien ships began to fall. Aelira watched calmly. "Hold formation," she ordered. Human fleets moved in response. "Now," Ethan commanded. All remaining human ships focused their systems. The signal intensified. The void-born core screamed. Space itself seemed to bend. With a final surge, the core collapsed. Darkness folded inward, then vanished. Silence returned. The void-born were gone. Across the galaxy, stars shone again. Aelira's fleet was badly damaged, but they survived. Human losses were heavy. Too heavy. Ethan stood alone in the command room. Names scrolled across the screen. Human lives lost. He closed his eyes. Aelira contacted him. "We won," she said softly. "Yes," Ethan replied, "but victory has a cost." She lowered her head. "I was wrong about humans," she said. "The galaxy was wrong." Ethan looked up. "What matters," he said, "is what comes next." The galaxy listened, because the war was over. But judgment had yet to be made. The galaxy was quiet again, not the silence of fear, but the silence after survival. Stars shone where darkness once ruled. Trade routes reopened. Worlds breed again. The void-born were gone. The Galactic Council Hall filled once more. But this time, the mood was different. No laughter, no pride, only reflection. Princess Aelira walked into the hall slowly. Her royal dress was simpler now, her crown lighter. She had lost ships, friends, certainty. Across the hall stood Ethan Cole, still calm, still silent. But now, every eye followed him with respect. The council leader rose. "We are gathered," he said, "to decide the future of the galaxy." He paused, and to acknowledge a truth we ignored. A hologram appeared. Images of the battle. Human ships holding the line. Human sacrifice. The room remained silent. Princess Aelira stepped forward. She stopped in front of Ethan. For a moment, her pride fought her words. Then she bowed, not deeply, but sincerely. "I was wrong," she said. A ripple moved through the hall. "I mocked humans," she continued. "I mistook silence for weakness." She looked around. "We all did." Her voice steadied. "Humans did not save the galaxy because they wanted power," she said. "They saved it because they chose responsibility." She turned back to Ethan. "On behalf of my people," she said, "I apologize." Ethan said nothing. Then he nodded once. "Apology accepted," he replied. Simple, honest. The council leader spoke again. "Humanity," he said, "what do you ask in return?" Ethan looked at the hall, at the races who once laughed, at the princess who once insulted. "We ask for nothing," he said. Confusion spread. "But," he continued, "we will no longer accept disrespect." A pause. "We will stand as equals," Ethan said, "or we will stand alone." The words echoed. The council leader smiled faintly. "Then let it be written," he said. "Humans are equal members of the Galactic Alliance." The hall erupted, not in cheers. In agreement. Princess Aelira felt relief wash over her. Later, on a quiet balcony overlooking the stars, she met Ethan again. "You could have demanded control," she said. "Territory. Authority." Ethan looked at the stars. "We tried ruling ourselves once," he said. "It nearly destroyed us." She nodded slowly. "I judge you by what I saw," she admitted. "You saw what we allowed you to see," Ethan replied. She smiled faintly. "That is what scares me most." Time passed. Monuments were built, not to celebrate victory, but to remember sacrifice. Human names were etched in stone across alien worlds. Princess Aelira stood before one such monument. She placed her hand on the cold surface. "Thank you," she whispered. Far away on Earth, children learned a new story, not of conquest, but of restraint. Ethan Cole returned to the council one final time, not as a warning, but as a reminder. "The galaxy is vast," he said. "Threats will come again." He looked at Princess Aelira. "And when they do," he added, "we stand together." She met his gaze. "Yes," she said, "we will." As human ships returned to the shadows, they did not disappear. They watched. They protected. They waited. Because humans had learned something long ago. Power did not come from being loud. It came from knowing when to be silent and when to act. The galaxy would remember that day forever. The day a young alien princess mocked a human, and the human walked away, not in defeat, but in preparation. From that moment on, one truth spread across the stars. Never underestimate humanity. Never mistake silence for weakness. Because when humans choose to stand, the entire galaxy feels it. Peace returned to galaxy. But humans did not celebrate. They never did. While alien worlds rebuilt cities and fleets, human space remained quiet. Too quiet. Princess Aelira noticed this first. During council meetings, humans spoke less. They listened more, watched more. She had learned enough to know that this was not comfort. It was caution. One evening, she requested a private meeting with Ethan Cole. He agreed. They met aboard a human observation station, far from crowded systems. Stars drifted slowly outside the window. "You saved the galaxy," Aelira said, "yet you act like the danger remains." Ethan did not answer immediately. "Because it does," he said finally. Aelira frowned. "The Voidborn are gone," she said. "All sensors confirm it." Ethan turned to a dark section of space. "Gone," he repeated, "or pushed away." Her heart tightened. "What are you not telling us?" she asked. Ethan looked at her. His eyes were serious. "Humans never fight one enemy," he said. "We prepare for the next." He activated a hidden display. The stars shifted. A map appeared. Not the galaxy, but beyond it, unknown space. "There are signals," Ethan said, "older than the Voidborn." Aelira's breath slowed. "Why keep the secret?" she asked. Ethan met her gaze. "Because panic destroys alliances faster than enemies," he replied. He closed the display. "We wanted unity first," he said. "Now we prepare together." Aelira understood. This was the true reason humans earned respect. They did not rule by fear. They guided by foresight. Days later, a classified alert reached all council members. Human origin, single sentence. Observation phase ending. Across the galaxy, hidden human systems activated. Not weapons. Defenses. Early warning networks. Princess Aelira watched the data stream. Human reach was everywhere. Invisible. Precise. "You built all this without anyone noticing," she said quietly. Ethan nodded. "We learned to hide long before we learned to fight," he said. Then something unexpected happened. A signal arrived. Not hostile. Not friendly. Curious. It did not come from the Voidborn. It came from deep, dark space. A voice echoed across the channel. "Humanity," it said. "We see you." The council froze. Ethan remained calm. "You were watching," the voice continued. "You survive what destroys others." Princess Aelira felt fear again. Not of destruction, but of attention. "What do they want?" she whispered. Ethan answered softly. "To understand us," he said. The voice spoke again. "You are not loud," it said. "You are not reckless." A pause. "You are dangerous." The transmission ended. Silence returned. Aelira looked at Ethan. "This time," she said, "will you walk away again?" Ethan shook his head. "No," he replied. "This time we step forward." He looked at the stars. "Because now," he continued, "the galaxy stands with us." Far beyond known space, ancient eyes watched, measured, calculated. For the first time in a very long time, they were unsure, because humanity had done the impossible. They had survived. They had united the galaxy, and they were still preparing. The story of humans was not finished. It was only beginning.